Let me show you the steps I follow to create my instance of Guardium in Azure. So I'm here in the Azure Marketplace. I click here on the search, type Guardium, and finds the bring your license box of it. We click here on get it now, click here continue, and then it's asked me to authenticate. So I'm going to pause the video, put my credentials. I'll be right back. So I click create, and here are the settings. So here is the virtual machine name. So I'm going to call it Guardium VM -col because we're going to create a collector. Now, if you put a name that is too long in here, because subsequent names that comes afterwards are going to be adding to it, and there is a limit of 24, you may need to chop those later. So I'm going to just put these 3 characters so I don't run into that problem. Now, I'm going to use the same name as for creating a resource group, and that's a collection or a container of all your resources. So I'm going to create a new one. The region I'm going to select is, I'm going to leave the default, which is East US, and I click OK. Now the next step asks me for a couple of things. One is how big this machine is, how many resources does it has. If you click here and scroll down to A6, you find that these are the specs of the default, and there are 2 links to documents in the description of this video. One points you to a document that tells you how to select the how many virtual resources you need in your deployment, and the other one is the one that specifies how to open the different ports other than 22 for SSH and A443 for the actual GUI. So we're going to leave that the same. We are not going to do anything on the storage account. On the public address, you need to change that from dynamic to static, as Guardium doesn't like the IP address to change on a reboot or any other situation. The DNS prefix, we're going to leave it the same. That's how we're going to be. If you want to ping this machine from an authorized place, that's the URL you use. You should use a virtual private network for this. I'm not doing this in this demo. That's beyond what we are doing in here. In here, you need to click on this icon, exclamation mark, and accept that that's going to be the subnet you're going to be using, the 10.3.0. Security group, you see that it added, to the COL, it added that -NSG in it. The source IP, in a minute I'm going to put the IP address of my machine in here, which obviously I'm going to be covering to the rest of the process. That's the version of Guardium that we have. Right now you only have 10.5, but in this, in the future you should have newer versions of it, and you can select here a collector or an aggregator. So I'm going to pause the video, put my IP address, and click OK. So the validation has passed. So I'm going to click OK and going to continue. Next, terms and conditions. If you accept them, click on create. And the process begins. As you see here, there is deployment in progress, and you can actually click here and see the details, and all these things need to come in green before you're ready. Now, we also are going to be specifying the IP address as being static on the virtual machine, on the network interface. So let me actually navigate there. I'm going to pause the video. So I click on virtual machines, guardiumvl.com, networking, and in here on the network interface, and we see the 2 ports, 22 and 8443. Now we need to click on this link, and then here on IP configurations, and notice the public address we're going to be using later to SSH into the box and to log in into the GUI. And we click in this IP config. Even though it doesn't look like a link, it is actually clickable. And when you click in it, you need to click here on static and do save, and you are done with this part. Now you can go back to the bell, click on the bell, and look at deployment in progress. So it's saving the network interface and deployment in progress. So we need to wait until all these things finish. Notice that this one is still pending, so I'm going to pause the video until that finishes. Well, that took longer than I expected, 10 minutes. Now you may think that the machine is ready, but when I tried this before, it wasn't really quite the case. So I go into virtual machines, go to the Guardium machine. I'm going to copy the public IP address so I can SSH into the actual box. And underneath here, there's a section on the serial console. So before I start pinging the machine from the outside in, let me do it from the inside itself. And this is what I meant. I mean, this thing is going to be spinning in there for a while, and only when you see that it actually connects to it is that you can start pinging it from the outside. So I'm going to pause the video until that actually happens. Okay, so this is what I meant. So let me actually launch a terminal screen and do the SSH into the box. So I do SSH, SSH CLI, which is the user ID for the SSH, let me paste the IP address I just copy before, and I'm gonna say new connection, so I say yes. So it's asking me for the password. The default password is Guardium. See if I tap that right, and then it says last login. It's actually the first one, and it's gonna force me to change the password. So I'm going to put the old password, enter new password. It has to be some complex uppercase, lowercase, special characters. See if I got that right. And we are in. So we can do, for example, show system patch install, and here we have it. Now let's test the GUI version of it. So I do https:// let me paste that IP address, and the port is 8443. That's a good sign. We click here advance, proceed. The username here is admin. The default password is also Guardium, and it's gonna force me to change that password for the GUI. See if I did that one right as well. It's going to log me in with the new password, and it's going to load the Guardium GUI. As you see, it's a bare bones installation. So you go here into setup tools and license and put your license, and there you have it.